Water might seem like a free gift from nature, but the global water resource market is already a behemoth, valued at over $260 billion, with projections soaring to $600 billion by 2030. A staggering 130% increase in just 5 years. Why this boom? The United Nations warns that by 2025, half the world's population will face water stress, fueled by climate change, overpopulation, and industrial demand. Companies controlling these scarce resources are raking in unprecedented profits. Take Nestlé. They've been acquiring groundwater rights globally, bottling it, and selling it back to consumers at a 40% profit margin. In some drought-stricken areas, a liter of bottled water costs more than a liter of gasoline. This isn't just business, it's a strategic move to dominate a resource essential to life. The World Economic Forum labels water the oil of the 21st century, and with good reason. Its scarcity drives its value skyward. In 2024 alone, water-related mergers and acquisitions hit $50 billion, a record high, showing how serious this game has become. This isn't just a market, it's a cartel, echoing the grain monopolies we've exposed before. Let's unmask the players. Veolia and Suez, two French water giants, dominate 14% of global urban water systems through aggressive privatization. Their tactics? Locking in long-term contracts that often exploit vulnerable regions. In India, Veolia's 200% water price hike in cities like Chennai triggered months of protests, leaving farmers unable to irrigate and forcing many into bankruptcy. Then there's Blackstone, a private equity titan, snapping up water rights across the US and Europe. In California, their purchases have sparked lawsuits from rural communities claiming water theft, with one case escalating to a $100 million dispute. They're betting water will become blue gold, a $1 trillion asset class by 2030. Even wilder, hedge funds like KKR are jumping in, eyeing water as the next big speculative play. Every time you fill your glass, a fraction of that cost might be padding their offshore accounts. This isn't just profit, it's a power grab, and they're playing a decades-long game. The water war isn't confined to boardrooms, it's a global crisis with real human stakes. In Africa, 400 million people lack access to safe water, yet corporations profit by exporting bottled water from these regions to wealthier markets. In the Middle East, Saudi Arabia is spending $20 billion on desalination plants to secure its future, while neighboring Jordan faces a 90% water deficit. The World Bank estimates $1 trillion will be needed globally by 2030 just to meet basic demand, yet subsidies keep prices artificially low, encouraging overuse. This creates a vicious cycle. Scarcity drives up costs, profits soar for the few, and the many suffer. In Mexico, the day zero threat, when taps run dry, looms over cities like Monterrey, where privatization deals have failed to deliver. The finance maverick says this isn't just an economic issue, it's a humanitarian emergency masked by corporate greed. What's happening in your region? Have you noticed water prices creeping up? Here's the silver lining. This crisis is also an investment goldmine. Water treatment firms like Xylem and American Waterworks have seen their stocks climb 150% in the past 5 years, driven by demand for clean water tech. ETFs like PHO, tracking water-related stocks, offer 10–15% annualized returns, outpacing many tech funds. But the water investment landscape is a minefield. Overzealous water rights grabs have sparked backlash. California's groundwater lawsuits cost companies millions, while Chile's 2019 water riots forced policy reversals. In Australia, the Murray-Darling Basin scandal saw water licenses traded like stocks, leaving farmers dry. The risks are clear: legal battles, public outrage, and government crackdowns. My advice? Avoid speculative water hoarding and focus on sustainable tech. Companies like Fluence are pioneering water recycling at scale, while startups in Israel are developing nanotechnology filters. Could this be the future of water? Weigh the risks. Would you invest in water stocks, or is it too volatile? Looking ahead, water economics will only intensify. Climate models predict a 20–30% drop in freshwater availability in regions like Southern Europe and the American Southwest by 2050, pushing prices to new heights. Governments are racing to adapt. China's $80 billion South-North Water Transfer Project moves 44.8 billion cubic meters annually, while India plans a $90 billion river linking scheme. Meanwhile, tech innovators are stepping up with AI-driven water management and nanotechnology filters, promising to revolutionize supply. But here's the catch. If corporations monopolize these innovations, we could face a new era of water inequality. Imagine a subscription model for clean water, like Netflix for your tap. In Singapore, they're already testing this with smart water meters. The finance maverick says stay ahead, track water stocks, monitor policy shifts, and demand transparency. This isn't just about profit, it's about survival in a thirsty world. The fight against water monopolies isn't just top-down, grassroots movements are rising. In Bolivia, the 2000 Cochabamba water war saw citizens overthrow a privatization deal that even taxed rainwater collection. In Detroit, residents battled for years to restore water access after shutoffs for unpaid bills, winning a $6 million settlement. These stories show the power of collective action. On the policy front, the EU's 2023 Water Framework Directive aims to regulate private water grabs, while the US debates a National Water Rights Act. But progress is slow. Lobbying by water giants like Veolia spends $10 million annually to influence lawmakers. You can join the fight. Support NGOs like WaterAid, petition for public ownership, or vote for water-friendly policies. Every voice counts. Have you seen local water issues where you live? Share your story below. So, what can you do personally? Start small. Install a rainwater collector to cut usage by 10%, or switch to a water-efficient showerhead, saving 2,700 gallons yearly. Invest wisely. Look at water ETFs or green bonds funding sustainable projects, but avoid speculative water rights. Long-term, the outlook is mixed. Optimists point to tech breakthroughs like atmospheric water generators, pulling moisture from the air. Israel's WaterGen claims to produce 5,000 liters daily. Pessimists warn of water wars. The World Bank predicts 45 countries could face conflict over water by 2030. The finance maverick leans toward action over despair. Educate yourself, support innovation, and hold corporations accountable. What's your plan to secure water for the future? Water isn't just life. It's a battleground for power and profit, with stakes climbing fast. We've uncovered the players, the crises, the investments, and the resistance, but the story's far from over. Subscribe for more deep dives into hidden markets, hit the bell for updates, and let me know below. What's your stance on water privatization? Should governments take control, or can the market solve this? Stay curious, stay sharp.